Hello, everyone. Welcome or welcome back to the Venusian Light Tarot. So today we are here to do a pick a card intuitive scrying reading. So if you have not seen these readings before on my channel, I use the Black Obsidian scrying ball to look into the energies and whatever I can see and pick up on from spirit. So we're going to be taking a look here today at answers and clarity that spirit has for you that you need. But before we jump into the pick a card reading and more details about it, I do want to give a quick shout out here to OTTER Spirit. So I had these, I mentioned these before on the channel and it seemed like a lot of you guys love them. So these are different bracelets that I just received from OTTER Spirit. So these are beautiful high quality gemstone bracelets. And these three specifically is the zodiac sign Taurus pack, because I am a Taurus. And so of course they have all of the different zodiac signs. You can choose from specific intentions or zodiac signs. So this is the lapis lazuli, the rhodonite, and the rose quartz that comes with the Taurus pack. So these are really authentic, high quality gemstones. And they are having a sale right now for Black Friday for 35% off orders over $99. So I would highly recommend checking them out and taking advantage of the sale. So as I said, you can choose from like different intentions, whether it's for love or protection or abundance, or you can go by the packs that they have preset. And they do donate $1 to an otter sanctuary to help wild sea otters, which is really cool as well. So I'll have the coupon code below if you are interested. The sale is good until the end of November. So it is Venusian35, and I'll have it on the screen and down below for 35% off orders over $99. And if you're not happy with them, they do also offer a free exchange as well. So yeah, definitely check them out. Highly recommend them. And yeah, thank you to OTTER Spirit. And we're going to jump into the pick a card reading now. Okay, so for the topic, we are going to be taking a look at kind of like into the void space. I am filming this on the new moon in Scorpio. So you can watch this whenever you find it, but especially if you're watching it right now, there could be some, extra significant messages for you. And I wanted to set the intention for the scrying ball to kind of represent into the void or this like new moon space. And we're just gonna kind of go deep into whatever clarity or answers that spirit has for you. So kind of leaving it open, but setting the intention to kind of pull out any answers is what came to me here, that maybe some of you need answers on something. So it could be about anything, but we'll kind of just flow with it and see what comes through. So we have 3 groups to choose from. Before we make our selection, let's go ahead and call in spirit and set the intention. Okay, so tune us in, spirit, today, please, to all of the souls who are here, who are present, who are watching this reading. I trust that you will guide the right souls to this reading if it's right for them. So if you do feel any kind of pull or resonance with the thumbnail, with any of these photos, then this could be for you, or cards, I should say. So allow me to be an open and a clear channel for these 3 groups in the collective. So what answers and clarity can we peek into here with the scrying ball? Okay, so group number 1, you are going to be Frigga. Group number 2, you are going to be the Wizard. And group number 3, you are going to be the Mabon. So choose whichever one you feel most pulled to intuitively. The timestamps are going to be down below. You can pause if you need more time. And whenever you're ready, we will jump into group number 1. Hello, group number 1. If you chose this first card here, let's go ahead and see what we can pick up on and channel into for you. Okay, so tune us in, Spirit, please, to everyone who's here, who's present, who's watching for group number 1. So for all of the souls present for this group, allow me now to be an open and a clear channel. So let's set the intention for this scrying ball to represent a bit of a void space energy. And what can we pick up on for answers or clarity that group number 1 might need to hear right now? There's a specific message coming through. I don't think this is going to be for many people, or it could be, but it feels a bit specific. Someone here might need to rest more right now. I'm seeing someone's body is really needing rest, or your mind, your body. So if you feel like you have to sleep more or just take a bit of time out, that could be a message here for someone. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of focus on self-care. So maybe this is almost like a message from your inner self coming in for someone. I'm just seeing someone like taking really good care of themselves, or tending to, again, like the body, or just what you need at this moment. So this could be also happening now or in the coming months or so. You might feel like you have to take better care of yourself. And I'm getting something here to do with, this is almost like opening you up or leading you to, it's like it's happening for a reason, or you feel pulled to taking, more time for self-care for a reason right now. I'm also being shown here for someone, they're showing this vision of you like walking over something, and you're like hopping over obstacles. And there's something here that you're releasing or that you are overcoming. And I don't know what it is for everyone, but it almost feels like with this fire here too, or like the red hair, you are opening yourself up to a new level of abundance. And this could also be why you are feeling more like maybe like fiery or passionate, or there could be something coming back to you in the form of new energies. But for some of you, they want to say that this maybe clarity that you need is that you have been able to overcome some sort of like significant hurdles. And for some, this is more of like energy. Maybe there's been energies that have held you back, or negative thoughts, or something here that feels more like you're hopping over it and you're able to move forward. And I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune now in my mind, or in the ball, from tarot. So it could be something here. The Wheel of Fortune is this turn of events here for you. And I feel like that's what's coming in for a lot of you here, group number 1. And they keep wanting someone to know, and this may resonate with someone specifically, something about you've overcome the deception, or if it's not deception, you've overcome some sort of like, either, I don't know if it's like a sneaky energy, or if it's just something that kept holding you down. I'm not sure what it is, but they want to say that you've been able to overcome this, or you've been able to move beyond this, or very soon you will be almost like out of the woods, is what they're saying. And with when I just said woods, I also saw about a bunch of animals. So this is the forest fairy oracle deck. So there could be something about the forest or animals. You may have some animal guides right now that are supporting you, that are coming through here in the reading. And they also want to say here, I'm seeing a flashlight, and you're like shining the flashlight through the forest. And so this is more of how they're showing that you are receiving clarity, you are finding your way. So whatever that might mean for you, if you feel a bit confused, or if you've been feeling like you haven't been able to find your path or some specific answer or clarity that's personal to you, it feels like that's what you're finding. And they're showing this red again. Maybe someone has red hair, but there's something of like this red energy, and it's giving me the feeling of fire, and also like invigoration, or like you're being reinvigorated somehow. So I feel like that's what's coming into your life, and that's what you are being guided towards. So maybe that gives you some kind of clarity in what's to come up ahead or what you're feeling. But I keep seeing, now I'm seeing hyenas in the background. So there's almost like a double message here. There's like two different energies that are coming through at one time. And I feel like this is probably something separate from you, because this woman here looks very empowered. So maybe whatever these hyenas are, or these like hurdles or negative energies, they're in the background here. Convoluted, I'm hearing. And on the similar note here, or this could be a different, well, I feel like it kind of ties in here, but they want someone to know that, again, you are about to, or you already have, again, with the red hair, like you've refueled yourself, or you have taken back your power, but it's more in a way of, like, I'm seeing you rising up, like a phoenix rising, but they're showing that you are almost like a hot air balloon, and something with the fire is like rising you up. So there's a lot of this here that I think could be personal to someone, that maybe you've been trying to overcome a certain block for a long time, or you're wondering if you have successfully been able to overcome something, or to rid yourself of some lingering energy around you. And the answer is yes, you definitely have. I'm also getting wolves, coyotes, dogs. So that could be a sign for someone. But you have, you've been able to successfully overcome this. And within maybe a couple of months or so, this could also make better sense for you as well, if it hasn't yet. So maybe that gives someone some clarity in what's to come for you, and where you're at. They're also showing you taking a pen and you're signing something, and they're showing this to be like this hot air balloon. So it's like you're going somewhere. So that could be literal. Maybe you are signing a contract that would be putting you into a higher position, but it could just be how they're showing it, like a metaphor, that you are signing some sort of like new contract within yourself, it feels like. And that's how they started the reading, about self-care, and like really maybe even going through like a glow up, physically, spiritually, in different ways. I'm also seeing a Rubik's Cube, and I'm seeing you solving the Rubik's Cube. So there's something about, like, I don't know what that is, but something about having the way now, seeing the clear path now, being able to maybe put some complicated piece together that held you back in the past. Maybe it was fear. Maybe it was something that you had attached yourself to. Maybe something just didn't, like, just held you back, and you're solving that. Or the way is being shown to you. I think a lot of you have solved this or will be, but it's like it's being presented to you. So it's here for you to take if you are wanting that, or willing to go down that path of maybe this confidence and And they're showing me also now, this feels like it's probably adding to the same message, but for someone specific, they're showing like it's either like one person or it's a group of people that you have hopped over. And what they're saying is that this is a part of what you're signing. So maybe you've been able to close like a soul contract, or you've been able to close something that didn't allow you to bloom or to blossom. And it feels like there's a balancing because of that now, where you are taking the lead. So you are taking back, again, like your power, but you're also becoming like a leader. So maybe there's a person or a group of people that if you have had to leave someone behind, or if they're just not on the same level as you, there's a shifting of this, or there's a reason that this is happening. I just keep getting like you've successfully overcome it, whatever that's going to mean for you. There's a random side note coming in here about the moon cycles, And some of you work with like a certain goddess or deity connected to the moon cycles. Or maybe and this has been coming up a lot in the collective recently, about like certain female guides and ancestors and goddesses. So I definitely think that there's a group in the collective that is maybe starting to work with certain goddesses, or you are having intuitive information come in about that, or just to know what's happening in the background with this new moon in Scorpio as well. It could be that there's like this deep level of healing and invitation to connect with yourself on a deeper level. But regardless of when you find it, maybe that's something that resonates with someone about moon cycles. Maybe that holds a key for you, or holds an answer for you to do with something in your life, or how to accelerate your spiritual journey. I'm also hearing it will be okay. And I think this could be coming from that specific maybe guide that was coming through, but there's a feeling of, definitely with this orange and red, it's going to be okay. And I think that is almost a message from your higher self as well. So as we're looking into like the answer here, or the clarity, part of the answer is that something in your life is going to be okay, or you're on the right path. And if you have been feeling a bit, they're using the word wobbly. So maybe someone's been feeling wobbly, or you've been feeling off balance, maybe ungrounded. This is a result of this like hot air balloon feeling, to maybe like an ascension that's happening. And they want you to know that you will ground yourself again. And when you do, it's going to be in a stronger way, or it's going to be that you're coming back down with like more strength and wisdom. And it could also be that, because I'm seeing like your feet are up off the ground, but it's not coming through in like an ungrounded way. It actually feels like it doesn't feel like you're ungrounded. Unless that is resonant for someone, there could be a balance between like making sure that you're grounding yourself. But also I think for some of you, this is more of this like fire again, like up your feet, that rises you up. And it's time for you to move up. I'm also seeing the sun and the moon side by side. And that's kind of how this reading has felt. There's a balance between like the dark and the light, or the moon and the sun, the yin and the yang. So that could also be a message for someone of maybe a balancing that's happening internally, and maybe also within your environment, or how you're resonating or connecting with your environment. For someone specific here, I am being shown, if you are working towards a goal in maybe business or career, they're showing these stepping stones. And again, there's a message of you are getting there, and they want you to keep going on the path that you're on, because you are making a lot of steps towards where you want to be. But it is coming up as like stepping stones that do have to be taken step by step, but to keep your like vision on the end result, because you will get there. Yeah, I'm seeing a turtle now, and there's something of slow and steady. So, and I'm hearing that could be very specific, maybe for someone, that you're almost like balancing the fire with the slowness or the steadiness of the path. Or you need to know that even if things are moving slowly, or something specific that you're building towards, even if that's moving kind of slowly, you're still getting to where you want to be. I'm seeing those animals again. So some of you definitely have a lot of animal guides around you. There could be something about connecting with nature as well. For someone specific, this feels like it's maybe a different branch of energy, but I'm seeing a tornado here, and I'm hearing let the chaos happen or let the chaos come through. So I don't know if that's already happened or if this is now or if this is something in the future. But with all of the positive energy for this reading, it feels more like it would be a necessary shakeup for you, or it would be something that would almost ignite this fire. So if you do go through something like that, they want you to embrace it, to embrace the chaos. I'm also getting some guidance for someone if you feel called to do yoga or stretching. I think something, the body came up earlier. So taking care of your body, you may find that to be really important right now as you move through some personal changes. But maybe specifically stretching and yoga can be something that your body needs. For somebody very specific, just one person, I'm hearing that you could be recovering from surgery and there's something of getting slowly back into like moving your body, and maybe that could be a good way to start to move your body again if you're recovering from a surgery. Anything else? Any other answers or clarity? I'm seeing a broomstick here, and I'm getting two things with this. I'm getting for some of you, there could just be a message here to clean your home, but I'm almost being shown this little like old lady or something, like a little old witch that's cleaning your home. So I don't know if that's like a spirit guide. I can't tell which way that is. Maybe if you, there's like a, for some of you there's, because it doesn't feel like a living, it feels like it's a spirit guide. You may have this spirit in your home for someone. I don't know, maybe you feel inspired to clean your home, or I don't know what that is. Maybe you just notice your home is like clearer, and it could be this spirit guide is coming through with this like energetic broomstick. Yeah, now I feel like this certain spirit guide is coming through. This has been, my mediumship has been opening up more. So I've been channeling more like specific guides and like passed on loved ones recently. So this may not be for everyone, but this specific, looks like it's a elderly woman is coming through here. I don't know if it's a grandmother or again with these like female ancestors that seem to be coming through. She is wanting you to do what makes you happy, I'm hearing. Really follow your happiness. Pour into things that make you happy, but she really wants to like get your attention. So if you have been sensing that, if you are a medium yourself, or you've been sensing that there's like an uplifting spirit guide here that wants to help you to like maybe organize your life or to clean your home, and because she wants you to be like this woman here, something about the fire and like bringing the color back in your life or in your confidence. And maybe that's one way that she's suggesting, by clearing your energy in your home. I'm also smelling baked cookies. And they also want to say too that your intuition, and for some this is an extension of the spirit guide that's coming up to say this to you, but even if that doesn't resonate with you, there's something of your intuition becoming a lot sharper, but it's more in a way of like your inner knowing, like your instincts. There's something like that here. So I think that's it for the messages. I'm going to read a little bit of the card here to see what this is about, and then I'm going to pull just a few charms to close up the reading. Let me just check. Is there any final message here for group one? Any other clarity or answers? Yeah, I'm seeing a pathway being paved for you, and they just want to kind of close up the reading to go back to the start with this invigorating feeling that your path is becoming more like clearly paved. and there is going to be a lot of bounty and plenty that is waiting you. You may want to even have something with fire, maybe like having a fire going, or working with like orange stones or crystals. Something definitely with this orange is coming up, red and orange. Okay, so I'm just going to read a little bit from here. You are at a moment of great fortune in this lifetime. You have created for yourself more than enough, and now the goodness that is flowing to you must be invested and used wisely. Invest in yourself and in your health. Create more wealth, learn and study, and also offer your support and investment to worthy others. Take care of yourself and truly make yourself into who and what you have always wanted to become. Wow, so that's what I was getting about taking care of yourself, and maybe this specific guide or grandmother spirit for some that's with you that really wants this for you. So it says again here, take care of yourself and watch the good fortune that flows from your wise investments for many years to come. Be ready to act. Your future can be created now. Okay, so let me pull a few charms. So we have a little amethyst crystal. So this could just be pointing to working with crystals maybe for some of you, but amethyst could also be a good crystal. We have a unicorn, so I love that because it's this like magical feeling, this feeling of like moving beyond obstacles, tapping into your magic, taking care of yourself. We also have this fishbone here or skeleton. So this is just kind of whatever that maybe old energy was. There also could be a rebirth, like this hot air balloon message that you are moving from like the old version of yourself, or you're releasing a lot, into an ascension here. We have down with my demons. So you may have come out of like a lot of deep shadow work, or you are, you know, again, like kind of bringing back the fire and the magic within yourself. We have a candle, so you will be shown the way. Also, there definitely could be something about fire, maybe candle magic, setting a fire, or making a fire, I should say. But also, it just feels like you're in a really good place, or you're going to feel very intuitively guided to all that you desire and need right now. We have these waves. Could be something about balancing the emotions. Also creativity, follow the waves or go with the flow. Yeah, you could be in between with the reference of the kind of jumping over hurdles. You might be moving out of one cycle into the next, and there's a sense of balance. We have a white cross. I'm hearing that could be a specific meaning for someone. We also have a white Christmas tree. We have a 4-leaf clover. Yeah, lots of good luck coming in, a change of fortune. We have this little snake here. Yeah, so this kind of is transmuting the negative energy, using this. I always think of like a healer as well, being able to tap into something about like tapping into your magic, but it's a little bit of like this from your shadow almost, or you're emerging from the shadows. Yeah, whatever's been stuck maybe with this bird in a cage. Express yourself, open yourself up. We have, I think this is a loaf of bread. So yeah, there's prosperity, there's abundance coming in. We also have Cancer energy. We have Leo. Someone could be on the cusp of Leo, Cancer. You don't have to. We also have hello. So I don't know, maybe someone's going to say hello to you, or you're saying hello to someone, or maybe there's something of introducing yourself to people or something like that. We also have okay. And we have this little mouse. So there's that sense of, for some reason I'm getting like be grateful, and also, what is that? Like, yeah, something of just like move in steps, or move in like baby steps even. But yeah, I will leave it here, group number 1. I really hope that this was helpful. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below. Don't forget to check out our Patreon community for extra exclusive readings. And I will talk to you all in the next reading. Take care and lots of love. Hello, group number 2. If you chose this second card here, the Wizard, let's go ahead and see what we can pick up on for you. Okay, so tune us in, Spirit, please, to all of the souls who are here for group number 2. So anyone drawn to this second card, the Wizard. So allow me now to be an open and a clear channel for everyone watching for group number 2. So what kind of clarity or answers can we look into here in the scrying ball for everyone watching in group number 2? So into the void, what messages, what answers, what kind of clarity can be brought through? So I'm getting this energy, which I think is actually coming from this card here, or maybe this being that's coming in. And I don't know yet how this connects, but I'm almost just being shown these like swirls of like really like potent energy that's just swirling everywhere. And there's almost a sense of like it's almost spinning very quickly. So I'll see what that means. I don't know what that means yet, but there could be something of, I'm also hearing the word adventure. So there might be an adventure coming in, or you are being called to, yeah, this is a very strong energy. So I feel like this is actually more so far channeled from this specific wizard being that's coming through. And they almost want you to like tap into some deep magic here, or harness some sort of power. I'm being shown these torches like in a row, and they're like on a path, but they're torches, and you're guided along this path. And the torch represents like spiritual knowledge or enlightenment. Let me just see here. What answers or clarity does group number 2 need to know right now? Yeah, there's something about, I'm hearing that quote, not all who wander are lost. So there's something about going on like an adventure, or I don't know if maybe this is something that you need right now, or something that you feel called to do. And this would bring you like a confirmation that you are being called right now to step onto some sort of like new adventure, whether this is like an actual thing, or if it's more of just like a spiritual, you know, sort of adventure in a way, or starting in that kind of way. Because I'm hearing, they're showing me now like fruit falling from the sky, and I'm hearing the resources are available to you. So there's something of like tapping in with this wizard energy, like tapping into the resources that are available for you from the universe, from your guides, from yourself, that is like available to take like control of your life for something, or to, as they're saying, like an adventure to move forward. Maybe some of you feel a bit stuck. That could also be where some clarity is coming in. For someone very specific, this won't be for everyone, but I'm hearing step away from the drama, and they're showing something like going on in the background here. And maybe this is a special message for someone that you have been considering moving into your own direction, like your own path. Maybe if something is like a lot of drama around you, you are being called to like blaze your own trail, or to be original in your thinking to move into a different direction. That could just be for someone, or it could be a separate message here that you are being called to step away from any drama, but to really embrace not just a new beginning, but like again, what's the word for it? Like embracing some form of like untapped potential. I am also getting that like a tree spirit, like this card here too, but something about trees. You may feel called to spend time near the trees. There's a lot of like wisdom coming in for you in this reading. Yeah, and this won't be for everyone, but I do feel for some of you watching this, you have been feeling a bit, maybe you've been feeling a bit low, or you've been feeling, I don't know if it's bored, or maybe just something feels stuck here. And again, I think the guidance that's coming in here for you is what was coming up about this adventure or letting yourself wander into the unknown. I am seeing a pair of dice as well being like thrown up in the air. So there's a lot of like unknown here. There's a lot of, and I feel like that's a part of the message here, or that's a part of what the answer is, which can't really be explained, if that makes sense. Like it's something that maybe you're called to embrace the unknown right now. You're just kind of called to be okay with where you are. Someone's name could start with M-A-G. For someone also, could be the same group of you on the same note here, but I am hearing perfectionism. So this feels like this could be holding you back. And that would make sense maybe with feeling a bit like bored, or feeling that you are not like able to move forward, because I feel a bit like stuck here. So maybe if that resonates with someone, this guide seems like coming through for you, and just the answers that maybe your higher self is giving you is that you don't have to be perfect, to try to embrace more flexibility and openness. I'm hearing you are ready to expand, and they're showing your crown chakra to almost be like bursting open. And that makes sense with opening up to adventure. It could even be like spiritual adventure, or like tapping into something new spiritually that you have not explored. It just feels like shaking things up. And I feel like if you don't know that this is happening for you, it might feel a bit confusing. But they want to say that if this has not happened yet, then it could be a couple months from now too. But there's going to be a lot of expansion around your crown chakra, which is going to push you further into seeking not just like adventures, but like seeking more knowledge or information, or seeking to maybe move out of like a routine energy, or to just kind of want more from life, or more for yourself. And if this has not kind of like come over you yet, I feel like this might be something that this is guidance coming in to say that you might be in need of this, or you're going to find that your soul is actually like wanting something else or something new, or just to kind of bring in something, I don't know, something else. They're showing me the analogy of a car that has not had an oil change in like a really long time. So there's something of that sort of feeling of like we are maybe worn out, or we need something fresh in the system. And if it does resonate, this of course won't resonate with everyone, but if it does resonate, I'm seeing something about maybe like plant medicine, or something of opening your mind to, like if you can't kind of seek that naturally, or if that's not something you're into, in whatever way feels right for you, maybe even just being very creative. I'm just seeing someone like be in the present moment, and they really want this for you, like to almost tap into the higher realms, or tap into something deeper, open your mind. And so even having an experience with like plant medicine, just seeing someone like go in the forest, and I'm seeing a card from a deck that says lose yourself to find yourself, I think it says. So that's how this feels. Very unique and like different energy coming in for this pile, but that's what this is. I feel like this is what you're in need of. And what they're saying, I'm seeing a row of dominoes falling. I'm hearing it will create a domino effect. And I feel like, again, this feels highly spiritual, this group. So some of this is going to be like a domino effect for your spiritual growth. You're going to notice that whatever you choose to do to like open yourself up or to adventure is going to almost like expand you in ways that you didn't expect, or it's going to multiply different areas of your life in different ways. So this could be your abundance, this could be your finances, this could be really everything. Because if we're closed off, or if we're not open to like the magic, or if we're not open to new concepts or new avenues, it can become normal or like a rut. And so they're saying that you're going to find that if you're wanting more abundance in your life, or more just flow and magic, this would be the way to do it. And for someone, I'm hearing the word divine intervention. And I am getting that there even could be like a divine intervention or a tower moment that does happen for you in the future if almost like if you don't follow this. Not to say that you have to follow that, but there's just something that needs to be shaken up here. And I feel like Spirit's going to show you how to do that. And if you, I'm trying to think of like how to word this, like if you don't feel ready or open for that, it's kind of like inevitable for something to change anyway. And I feel like there might be a divine intervention that happens where you're almost like forced to change or forced to move beyond something. So maybe this is like an unhappy situation that you're in. Maybe it's just resistance to change. And I feel like your spirit team, your higher self, maybe knows what's better for you right now or what would be best for you. And so there might be, if you're holding on to something or if you're holding back, there might be an impending tower moment with that anyway. It doesn't have to be a bad thing. It could even just be to bring something new in your life, to really show you what else is out there. What else? What other answers or clarity does group number 2 need to know right now? Yeah, I'm hearing the soul star chakra. So there's definitely something about someone's crown chakra and also the soul star chakra. So you may want to look into that. Seems like it's the same thing coming through here. So, but I'm having like trouble going further because I think for some of you, if it resonates, this could be kind of closed up. Something is closed up here within your energy. And it's almost like this message and this being is wanting to bring in a different perspective for you to look at, like showing you, I'm seeing like a room of mirrors. And this is really hard energy to explain, but it's like different realities or different timelines are trying to be shown to you or will come in soon. But this all feels to be taking place when you open up to that higher understanding. If you already feel this, then this would be confirming that you're in a place of maybe transitioning into that, where you can, I feel some of you might even be working with spirit if you have not yet, or you're going to be really increasing your connection to spirit in a way that you have not experienced yet. And it's going to be something of an adventure for you that feels like you're opening up different parts of yourself that you didn't know were there. And same goes for maybe like experiences that your soul wants to have in this lifetime that maybe you have not been open to, possibly, or for some of you. And so it's like this room of, it's kind of like in the movie Interstellar, towards the end, or at the end of the movie, I think, when he's looking into all those little windows and seeing all the different timelines. That's how this feels. So it's not sure how to word that, but I feel like this is going to end up making sense at some point if it doesn't right now. But if you maybe tap into like a meditative state, or feel like you are feeling a bit like of a pressure or block in the crown chakra, maybe it's because this wants to open for you. I'm also getting as well, I'm seeing the Justice card, or I'm seeing the word justice, and I'm seeing like everything around the Justice card being rearranged. So there's a lot that's shifting in terms of, again, like past and future timelines, and maybe certain contracts and letting go of certain things and then entering into new things. And it feels like this group here is in a shifting of that right now. But for others of you, you might feel you're in the group of feeling blocked completely. And this would be more of guidance for you of how to unblock that. I'm seeing like an autumn leaf and someone looking at this. So maybe there was something about the fall season that was significant for you. Yeah, and that same energy that was coming up in the beginning is coming through again, but in a different way. I'm seeing like an ocean waves on the rocks, and it's very turbulent, and the water is splashing everywhere. There's like a intensity to this that I feel, I just don't know where that's coming from, but it might be something that's being shaken up here again, or you're feeling quite emotional, maybe for some of you, or there's a lot that's like, there's a lot that's going on for you. But it feels a bit chaotic. For somebody very specific, I'm seeing you writing on a typewriter, and there's something about writing or getting something out there. So maybe like you want to write something or become a writer or a poet, or you're being called to express yourself. And they're showing me a card now from a deck. This is a highly spiritual group from this one, but I'm seeing a card from one of the Starseed Oracle decks, and it says, your vibration is rising, the pillar of light, I think it is, and these like pillars that are on the side of this woman. So this is all about your vibration rising, your frequency, and a shift that's taking place or will soon in this in this deeper way. So, and they're showing me it's to rebalance yourself or to bring back harmony. Yeah, and kind of like with that Justice card I was seeing, I'm hearing that loose ends will be tied up. And that could go back to the drama that I was seeing briefly. So however that connects with you, I don't know. But it feels like there are going to be loose ends tied up. Or that's maybe this is almost like taking a glimpse into what that looks like for you, if that makes sense. Like this is almost what is energetically shifting for you and spiritually shifting as a result of these loose ends, whatever those are, karmic contracts, things like that that are being released, and anything to do with injustices. These are all being cleared and balanced right now. And this could be where that turbulent ocean feeling comes in, because you have to kind of go through that process. So I hope that this makes sense. I'm being shown a big green emerald light coming from the scrying ball. So there could be something of Archangel Raphael. Also, the emerald color came up in a recent collective reading that I don't think I've posted yet when I post this one, but there could be something about emerald green, healing of the heart, also just healing in general. Okay, so I'm going to read a little bit from the guidebook and I'm going to pull some charms. Is there any final message here though for group number 2 that you want to say? I'm seeing a black cat coming through. I'm hearing to trust yourself. I'm hearing trust yourself on this one. I don't know what they mean. Okay. Yeah, so let me read a little bit from the guidebook. Kind of a weird message for this one, a little confusing, but hopefully it makes sense. Let's see what the guidebook says. This card can turn up when one has embraced their spiritual journey and your joy in embracing your true self is evident. You are beginning to do what you once only dreamed of doing, becoming who you once dreamed of being. Your aura is charged with healing green light. Oh my God. Your eyes shine with love and confidence, and your beauty is that of the inner, natural, divine self expressed outwardly. You are living in your intuitive life outwardly in the world, fearlessly, powerfully, magically, and thus you are transforming and healing the world, as well as providing a loving example of a wise one to all who encounter you. Others may not understand what you speak of at this time. Do not allow their limited vision to dictate whom you become in this world. You will soon be asked for your guidance. Offer it as you are able to help. No longer do you fear rejection from friends or family as you embrace your spiritual and personal path. So that actually makes sense. It feels like that could be what it said here. Others may not understand what you speak of at this time. And that's kind of how I felt. Like I couldn't really put it into words. So you might be tapping into a lot of, or very soon, like just a lot of magical energies that you don't have to like explain to other people. And that did come up at the end here too. Trust your intuition. So I don't know what that's going to mean. Maybe some of you have like a very unique vision for something, or it's just your energy is becoming so evolved or magnetic that there's this boldness that's going to come out of you, or this is what you're guided to do, to really think bigger, to don't be afraid to be different. Yeah, just kind of like let it all out is what it feels like. So let me pull a few charms. And if it does resonate with the reference of the moving away from drama. Some of you might be branching off into your own path. I think that did come up. I can't remember now, but something of like going your own way. And maybe this is in an actual situation, like maybe you're leaving something behind, or you're leaving a relationship, or you're just choosing to live your life differently. And there's this message that you don't have to worry anymore about what people think or to care about that. So there's a lot of opening happening for you to where you're detaching from like the opinions of other people or what other people think. So that could be something. Yeah, we have this UFO that I'm being drawn to. Definitely a very unique group of you who chose this and who are going to resonate with this. So this flew out. We have this butterfly with the skull inside. So there's that like rebirth feeling. Yeah, we have an arrow. So this is move into the direction that you want to go into. Move boldly into that direction. We have a dolphin. So this is a lot of like happiness and joy. The dolphin is also, you know, very playful and authentic. So also starseed energy could definitely be coming up here. So yeah, embrace your freedom, your happiness, your joy. We have here Scorpio energy. So this new moon in Scorpio, this was a very like deep reading. So that could resonate with someone. You could be a Scorpio, you could have it in your chart, or this new moon in Scorpio could be significant for you. We have this fish skeleton that came up for group 1. So there's this, definitely like this releasing of like dense energy. We have tarot here. So someone could be a tarot reader, or this could be something that you are getting involved with or beginning to read tarot, or you're consulting tarot. We have this big heart here, which kind of gives me a feeling of the way it's like so big of like wholeness and self-love, but also just like embracing love. I'm hearing like oneness, unity, something like that. We have believe. So there's that believing in like magic, or believing in outside your comfort zone with this UFO, believing in yourself, your creations, your intuition. Yeah, we have this like warrior energy here. So it could be this masculine guide maybe for some of you coming in to give you a like a boost of confidence, or we have an umbrella. So this could be both protecting, and I was getting the crown chakra, which when I see the umbrella, I think about protecting the crown chakra. So take that what that means. If you feel like you have to protect yourself more or shield yourself, but it also could be opening yourself up as well. As we were getting, open yourself up. Yeah, the heart is in the cage here, and we have the heart here. So definitely something about opening to love or opening to this expansion. We have traffic lights. Could be something about travel. Maybe you are at a pause while you figure out where you're going. We have another heart. There's something of these hearts. We have this musical note. So something about music, or someone could be a musician. We also have a monkey, so there's a like playfulness coming through. We have a candy cane. We have a white bear. Could be a polar bear maybe. We also have Aries, and we have Virgo. We have another butterfly, and then we have 2 of these. Breath is the voice of your soul. And the essence of life is to communicate love. So we have that again, love. So I will leave it here, group number 2. I hope that this could resonate with whoever it was for. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, Don't forget to check out our Patreon community for extra readings. And I will talk to you all in the next reading. Take care and lots of love. Hello, group number 3. If you chose this third card here, the Mabon, let's go ahead and see what we can pick up on for you. Okay, so tune us in, Spirit, to all of the souls who are here for group number 3. So anyone who is drawn to this card, for everyone who's present here, allow me now to be an open and a clear channel for what kind of answers or clarity or messages does group number 3 need to know. So looking into the void here, what messages, answers, clarity does everyone watching in group number 3 need to know? We ask for as much detail as possible, please. So I'm seeing this vision of someone sitting on a motorcycle and like revving up on the handle, the engine. So don't know what that means here. This could be something of, there's a lot of, so I'm getting with these little stars that are coming up here, I'm getting like a lot of stars twinkling in the ball. And it actually feels like it says here, hope, shining, and future. There is something that you're preparing for, or that there's hope up ahead. So I feel like some of the answers that are coming in here, or that you need to know, has something to do with preparing, or just needing a message of hope right now, or needing a message of, yeah, just like hope or something of the future. Yeah, I'm seeing this vision of you crossing a bridge and you're walking from one side to the other. And there's definitely something, I don't know yet, we'll see what this might be, but it could be something specific for you, or it could just be a general sense of you are walking into a new world. But this world and this message feels like it represents the bridge of, again, this hope keeps coming up. So maybe you are moving into like a better time of your life, or a better place within yourself. And it feels like you are maybe on the completion of this bridge, or maybe you're in the middle of the bridge, or maybe you're just starting, depending on where you are. I'm hearing signs and synchronicities, and they want to say with those stars again. So maybe you're seeing a lot of signs. Maybe you're seeing a lot of messages that are actually being sent your way to help you. Definitely getting that here, feathers as well. So I think they want to say here for you, group 3, to really be open right now to what you're receiving in the synchronicities, in readings, in signs, because you're being shown the way. And I do feel like you are on the right track, or others of you might be wondering how to like cross this bridge, or how to get to a place of better hope, or to get to a better place in your life. And again, there's messages being sent your way. I'm getting the initial C here. I am seeing a card from a deck that says, what steps can I take to raise my vibration? So take that if that resonates. There could be something here that, because it's something with these stars I keep being drawn to. Maybe some of you, if it resonates, we'll have to see what else comes up, but maybe there are steps that you can take to raise your vibration, to step more into the light, or to, I don't know, take better care of yourself, or to do something to ignite this sparkle or this shine. And I feel like Spirit's helping with this. Yeah, I'm seeing co-create with Spirit, and the raven is coming through. So it's important right now to really work with Spirit. I don't know if you have been doing this or if you haven't. I can't tell here if it's more of like guidance, or if it's just where you already are. But there's something of work with Spirit on a deeper way, in a deeper way. which for this group, it feels like co-creating the life that you want. So manifesting in your own like personal way, connecting, like I'm just like connecting the dots to somewhere that you want to go, or just like, again, like a better place in your life. I'm also being shown here for someone specific, they want you to prioritize peace right now. So whatever you can do, maybe this is literal, this bridge, maybe you're moving from one place to another, or you might need to consider if where you are at or what kind of environment or situation that you're in is bringing you peace. But if that's not the case, it's more of spiritually speaking. And it kind of reminds me with this card here too of like a crown. So it's really important to protect your peace, protect your energy. And this bridge could even represent moving towards a more calm or peaceful life. But whatever you can do to bring peace into your life right now, harmony and peace. But I do feel, and I don't know how this will be for everyone, but I do feel for someone you're being given a yes with something. And this would be something that you've had on your mind to maybe pursue or to move towards. And there's a strong yes here. But if you don't know what that is yet, it could come up in the future, or it's just simply moving forward, or like moving into, again, what feels to be efforts that you can make to improve your life and yourself, maybe like self-improvement. But it could be going somewhere specific for some of you as well. This is probably just for like one person. This is just what I'm hearing. So just take this if this resonates. But for someone, I'm hearing that you could be eating too much junk food. And you would know if that's for you. And I'm just hearing and that could just be an example of how they're showing it, but for someone, maybe you're eating a lot of junk food and this is lowering your vibration. If you're consuming like large amounts of this, or it's your daily diet. But if that's not the case for everyone, it could be anything else that you maybe are consuming, or that you've been living a certain lifestyle or parts of your lifestyle. And it really feels like either you feel inspired to change this, or you're going to get a boost of like renewal to where you want to better improve yourself or your life. So those are some answers and clarity from Spirit here. Yeah, because for some of you, I will say specifically, you might be, I'm seeing you sitting on like a pile of gold, and I'm hearing that you're sitting on your potential. And I don't know why that is. Maybe it's holding back, maybe it's fear, maybe it's just being in a place of, I don't know, needing to be where you are right now. But there's something for someone of open up to your true potential, or not to wait on things or to sit on things. Because you could actually be sitting on this gold represents, like abundance, but it also could be your worth, like just your inherent worth and value that somehow you're sitting on, but you're not looking at the gold underneath you, you're looking somewhere else. And if that does resonate with someone, I'm hearing the key to helping yourself to heal from this or to solve this is in the past. So maybe this is a past experience, or it's a past situation that is still affecting you. And I'm getting that you may have recently, and this already came up about the signs, but you may have recently been having an influx of a lot of like spiritual spirit guides or beings that want to communicate with you, maybe even animals, birds. And this is another reason why they're coming towards you, is because you are being supported here, but you're also being given like almost like I'm seeing this syringe and like injecting you with these sparkles. So it's like they want to bring this hope and boost to you and get you to see something. And my ear just popped, my left ear. So yeah, it could be like opening your awareness, opening your higher chakras as well. For somebody very specific, this kind of already came up, but I'm seeing you trying to create something, and then there's this looming shadow. Like I'm seeing someone writing on a paper. It doesn't have to be writing, but I'm seeing someone writing on a paper, and there's this like shadow that overshadows the paper so that it can't be seen anymore. And they're saying that there's something trying to affect you. But I don't know if it's something external. It could be, and if it is external, then this would be something that you know it's time to disconnect from. I can't remember if something already came up about that or if I'm mixing it up with the other pile. But there's something about maybe a negative situation or unhealthy situation that disturbs your peace. But if it's not something outside of you, it could be the shadow representing your shadow self. It could be a combination of things, but there's definitely something for this group that is like attempts to come back and overshadow your light. And that's why those sparkles are there. And I'm trying to see what the solution to this would be. I am getting for some of you there's a necessary cycle that's had to play out here. I'm seeing a haystack, and it's like trying to find the little gem in the haystack. But we have to first dig through the haystack. It's like we have to do some sort of work first, or we have to cross that bridge. So there might be a necessary place that you've been needing to be at, but I also feel that word peace is coming in again, because that's how you will be able to further overcome this. So if it resonates that there's part of this, that you can control in terms of walking away from things or prioritizing your peace, like those coming up earlier could be an example. But like if you are consuming a lot of junk food, as they said, or if it's something of like junk content or whatever this is that you're consuming that is lowering your vibration or keeping you in the same cycle, then that could be where you almost go back to the original point of the haystack. Like you put the hay back that you already dug, if that makes sense. So you're someone here, you could be circling around something that you don't need to circle around anymore, or you're on the path to breaking this cycle. And if that is for you, they just want you to kind of like gently look at that and to not be hard on yourself for it. But if it is something that is in your control, that you can try to do better within yourself, I feel like that's what the guidance is, or where you have been recently. And this would be confirming that this is the right path for you. And like this card says, there's a lot of hope up ahead when you're on this higher path. For somebody very specific, kind of on a similar note here, but very specific, if you're watching a lot of content, so I don't know if this is on YouTube, it doesn't even have to be like readings, it could be anything that you watch. It's either like too much content that you're consuming, or it's specific content that is more negative or is somehow keeping you stuck. So if it is like tarot, it could be something like that of like, I don't know, like readings that keep you in a loop, or just be mindful of who or what you watch. And it could be like movies, it could be things like that too. Yeah, because this one feels quite deep. All of them have been pretty deep here, which I kind of expected with this Scorpio energy. For someone, I am getting this could be an ancestral pattern, and you've been carrying this on. So you may have noticed a similar pattern, maybe even with your parents, I'm hearing, or just with your ancestors. There's something that you can break, but what possibly could be happening here is that you're following the footsteps of these ancestors or a specific maybe parent for someone, that this is why it's heavy for you. This is why that haystack, it's like you lose yourself in the hay because you're carrying the weight of everything. So it is a little bit like it's not easy, and it would take some effort to come out of this cycle if that resonates with you. But they want you to know that you can do it if you look into this, maybe look into this shadow aspect of yourself. Maybe where does it originate? How can you talk to yourself through that? How can you heal that? Yeah, because I know this group won't be for everyone, but there's definitely some of you watching here who might be struggling with really holding on to some anger, or you're holding on to something that has already done, like it's already happened or it's already been done. And I don't know if you're not seeing that, or if you don't want to see it, or if it's just been like a struggle to remove that hay, and it's just something that you're getting closer to releasing. And that's where you're supposed to be then. If you're making like these steps in that direction, then it will clear, and they just want you to be patient with yourself. But if you are not looking at this at all, then it's just going to kind of accumulate more. And that could be where there's like a gentle message here to maybe start looking at that. Because of these stars, it's like there's so much hope ahead of you, or there's so much potential that's available for you. I'm seeing an owl here too. But definitely it keeps coming in here. For someone, I'm seeing your energy is crowded by something. People, it's either people or it's content, or you are just absorbing a lot of energy. Something is creating like a blanket over you. It's almost like if you were to be smothered by these energies. And this like woman here is the one with the stars and like the almost crown looks like, but she can't shine when all these energies or people are around her, or that she's attached to. So I don't know what that is. And I do think that it's a bit like half and half. For some of you, you can definitely make efforts to remove that, because it could be coming from your own doing. But it also could also be that you're also, it could also be that you're highly sensitive, and that's a part of what you're picking up on outside of your control. And this could be where having a routine of peace and clearing your energy can be helpful with that. I keep hearing different crystals today as well. I'm hearing celestite. So that might be a crystal you want to work with. Or I don't know if it's celestite or celestite. Because you even could have this angelic energy to you. Even connecting with the angels may be very healing for you right now. For somebody very specific, I am seeing you pulling the plug on something, I'm hearing. And you either have not done this or you've been thinking about it. It would probably be something pretty big, like a relationship, something you've been in for a long time. Maybe you're considering leaving something or someone, or a job or a city. And I'm just seeing you like holding this plug, wondering if you should pull the plug or not, but you kind of like know that you should. That would just be very specific for someone who's been thinking about that. And that would be your answer, that you would be better off somewhere else, or this would be in your best interest to pull the plug on this or to leave this behind. So I'm going to read a bit from this card and then I'm going to pull a few charms. But let's just see if there's any final message for group 3. Yeah, I'm seeing now, almost like as I'm wrapping up this message, now I'm seeing you reach the end of this bridge and you're putting your hands in the air and like celebrating. So you will get to this resolution or this end of the bridge. If it is for someone that you are leaving something behind, you will reach where you need to go and you will become stronger from that. But even if it's just something else that you're moving away from, or just a process of your own healing journey, you are going to reach the end of that bridge. And when you do, and this could be like that message of wanting to like inspire you to get there, is you're going to feel very free. I'm seeing a jaguar cat coming through. Okay, so let me read a little bit from the deck. The Mabon is the child of the darkest moment, born when bright hope beckons you into a positive future, born out of what has seemed to be the most hopeless space that you have ever been within. This card indicates that you are now thinking magically. What you think you are manifests about you at all times. Now, with this new magical mindset, you begin to transform your life into one of delight and hopefulness, and to uplift your companions with your vibrant, positive energy. You are a powerful role model for others. Keep up the wonderful work. You still have many experiences ahead of you on your journey. Make a wish when you see stars. The Mabon is a child born at a winter solstice. So this card indicates a rebirth of positive light and energy after a time of lack. You are now about to receive great good fortune, and how good the weight lifting off from your old self feels. Yeah, so there's a lot of hope up ahead here, and I think some of you are in that process right now of getting there, and it's just kind of to, like that card was saying, to bring you that message of hope and renewal after a dark time. Okay, so let's pull a few charms. And I do want to say that some of you have already reached this place. And again, if you have, there's almost like a warm hug coming through from Spirit, or to, yeah, like a finish line on a race, and to welcome you across that bridge, and that you've done the right thing, or you've made the right choices. Yeah, we have a big feather here. So that's what I was saying. There's a lot of signs from Spirit. There's a lot of, and I think you could even be getting encouragement from certain signs, and just really be open to those, because again, I feel like there's varying groups of you. Some of you have lost hope, or sometimes you feel like you're not on the right track. Maybe some days you feel like you're making the right steps, or you're getting closer, and then other days you feel like you've taken a step back. There's something here about this feather is like confirming to, yes, pay attention to the stars, pay attention to the signs. You may even want to make a wish to really set intentions right now, to look up at the stars. Something here. Don't lose hope. Yeah, we have this big moth. So there will be a, it's kind of like reminding me of a Luna moth. There's a deep transformation happening, but things will come to light. We have a bicycle here. So it could be something about movement, maybe moving the body, physical exercise. Could also be a journey that you're taking. Yeah, here's this cat. So some of you could connect with big cat energy. I was getting specifically a jaguar. We have a little flower here. So it could be something about the rebirth, the spring maybe. But there's just, yeah, happiness. We have a bee. So maybe collaboration, community. We have the number 0. Yeah, so new beginnings, fresh starts. We also have the number 9. Oh, we have another number here. We have also the number 9 again. Or no, this is 6. So that could mean something for someone. 096. I normally never get these numbers like this. 6, 69, 96, 90, 60, 906, whatever combination here could mean something. We have a carriage. Yeah, so there's definitely something about maybe travel, a trip, relocation for someone. We have a white cross. We also have a horse. Yeah, there's a lot of movement here, a lot of moving energies, travel. I don't know if it's physical travel or not, but there's definitely movement of the energy. We have a lollipop. So it could be something about having more fun, the inner child. These 3 charms are very like lighthearted to me. We have a lizard. We also have always. We have a fan. So take that, what that might mean for you. We have a crab, so Cancer energy. We also have here this like disappointed face, but then we also have this face here. So yeah, there's varying like emotions that you're moving through. We have Capricorn and we have L. So I will leave this one here, group number 3. I really hope that this was helpful for whoever it was for. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below. Don't forget to check out our Patreon community for extra readings, and I will talk to you all in the next reading. Take care and lots of love.